putting in some sportsmanlike conduct overtime tonight.
Yep.
Trying to get as many of these bowl previews done as possible.
Well, I think we're getting the ones that are worth talking about. On some level.
At least, hopefully out there, if anyone of our fans is fans of a team, hopefully we got to your team's bowl game. We're going to get into Michigan, Mississippi State in this segment, the Gator Bowl, after we get to the Boston College, Nevada, and the Kraft Fight Hunger Bowl. Because we all know that Kraft is all about fighting hunger by making food and giving away for free. Yeah. BC and Nevada, I don't think you have two polar opposite style teams in any bowl game than this. BC that's just going to try to, they're like that college, they're like Princeton trying to pull an upset on UCLA in every game that they play. We're just going to take the air out of the ball, limit the possessions. They're like the 16 seed playing in a basketball game. We know we can't do a thing with the ball aside from they do have a decent running game. No, at the last few weeks they have found a running game. They really have found a running game the last few weeks, Boston College. So, but that's it. The last few weeks, the beginning of the season was just complete brutality watching BC try to play.
I'm going to take the entire season and not the last couple of games that they played.
And then Nevada is the most fun team that you'll ever watch. Colin Kaepernick is a one-man show out there, throwing the ball down the field, running. Move the ball up and down the field. Let's play. So the question is, what team style wins out in this game?
Well, the Boston College can stop Nevada all they want, but they still can't score points, and that is how you win games, contrary to popular belief.
I agree with that. I think this game takes a very... You got to go 3 levels of logic down to figure out who's going to win the game. Mine is, if you can beat Boise State, you sure as hell can beat Boston College to me. Actually, that is only one. Really, not even complicated at all. No. Nevada, come on. BC, I'm sorry. Nevada, it's just... You always think the offensive team's better, though. That's just natural because, you see points on the board, you hear about Colin Kaepernick. You don't hear about anyone on Boston College. They're the most anonymous team going to one of the...
But there's a reason for that, because they can't score points. I mean, you see, even against bad teams, they don't score points. They don't have an offense, and there's no getting around it. And that... It's not they don't have an offense, it's god-awful.
They don't have an offense. I mean, their quarterback play has been terrible this year.
Some teams don't have an offense, but they still score. They don't have an offense. That can't be stressed enough. They don't score points. And
it's like
there's nothing else to say.
Try to defend the pass.
Yeah,
you could put 10 in the box, and their one DB can cover every one of the BC's receivers. I don't know.
Don't have the talent.
The accuracy isn't there from their quarterbacks. The decision making. Really, if they could get some quarterback play, that's been their big problem. Is quarterback.
Absolutely.
So, I have Nevada.
I have Nevada too.
Okay.
I think it's a no-brainer to me.
Yeah, I have Nevada, and that's. I don't know. It could probably a high-level concept. BC, though, is just a historically money bowl team, though. Absolutely, they are a historically money bowl team.
That's true.
I think they did lose. They did lose to USC last year. I think, though. I think they played in the same exact bowl game and lost to USC in it.
I thought they won last year. No, they did not win. I thought they won the bowl game last year.
All right. Or 2 years. Maybe it was 2 years ago.
I think they won the bowl game.
Their streak of whatever. Remember when they had 9 or something in a row bowl wins? That's over. I know that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they lost to USC. Next.
What was this? What was that? We did
next one's that was the Kraft Fight Hunger Bowl.
We're doing the Gator Bowl. Yes.
Michigan, Mississippi State. Hopefully, Denard Robinson plays in this game because
that's what everyone wants to see.
You want to see, the bowl games are all about being entertained at this point. It's not. It's the last game of the season. It's the end. There's not really anything to play for. Let's give the fans a good game at least, and we want to see Denard Robinson.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you right now, when he's on his game, if you haven't seen him yet, which is a good chance you haven't because he's not often injured and not on the field. Yeah. He is the most exciting player to watch in the country, in my opinion. The most exciting player. Cam Newton's nice, but he doesn't do for me what Denard Robinson does, just as far as pure excitement.
It's almost like watching Chris Johnson, but unable to throw the ball. He can beat you with his arm, but some of the teams.
It's a little bit of an exaggeration. I don't take this for what I'm about to say. It's obviously an exaggeration, but take Chris Johnson and Mike Vick and put them together as a college player.
Yeah, it's like he runs like Chris Johnson. He's small like Chris Johnson, but he's still got an arm
he
like.
He runs better than Vick did when Vick was in college.
Yeah.
When Mike Vick was in college, he runs better, but he doesn't throw as good.
Right? No,
not even close.
No. It's it's hard to get both styles that fast and that good at.
But if you could imagine that, then you can imagine what DeMar Robinson plays like. Yeah. But it's better if you just watch the game and see it for real. Mississippi State, on the other hand, they've had a great year.
I mean, they're on the up and up. Dan Mullen is an amazing coach. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's one. I mean, I know
that's the reason his name is talked about in the Miami and the Florida jobs.
Yeah. And he was. I mean, highly sought after when Mississippi State coaching job opened. He was offensive coordinator.
They said hit the road with Sylvester Croom,
and he has done nothing but improve that team since day one. He's gotten there.
Is this his first or second year? Second year, right?
And I mean,
the results are there: 8-4. I mean, it's not like they're not going to BCS, but Mississippi State.
Compared to what they were, they were just a rug in the SEC team, and now they're someone you've got to worry about on your schedule. And
you got to respect them.
There's no doubt.
They beat Florida this year handily.
Yeah.
That's a benchmark win.
And they almost beat them last year with Tebow. They almost beat them last year. They took them the game all they can handle. And Michigan, and this is what I'll make the picks off of. Michigan's secondary and Michigan's defense all together is atrocious.
It's pretty bad.
It's atrocious. I've watched 3 or 4 games from Michigan this year against Indiana and against, I think it was Illinois was the other one I watched. But the one against Indiana, to me, when the opposing quarterback is standing on his 5-yard line and throws it as hard as he can and as far as he can, and the other receiver is coming down wide open for like a 70-yard pass, that to me is a sign of a bad defense. Florida State had awful secondary last year. I watched USF have an awful secondary last year. They just have a god-awful defense, and I think that's all it is.
When your basketball team gives up less points than your football team, that's not a good sign.
They give up. I mean, they're winning games like 65-63. They've had a couple games this year. They've let up like 50, 60 points, and they've won the game because of Darnell Robinson being able to score. And they're not going to be able to do it against Mississippi State. There's no way.
I don't think it's going to be enough. I think I'm going to respect the SEC in this one, even though I think the balance of power
might be shifting, but not when Michigan's not part of the Big Ten balance of power yet. They're not back up there yet. And
especially when Nebraska joins the Big Ten next year, that is going to be serious with the Big Ten and SEC trying to go at it in football. But all right, so I also have Mississippi State. So 2 Mississippi States, 2 Nevadas.
Yeah,
in that one.
Are agreeing.
All right,
3 segments in a row we're agreeing on. This might be a good thing or a bad
boring.
thing.
What the hell is wrong with that? That is awful. We need Greg in here to get some dissent.
He would just disagree with us just to do it.
Yeah. Tony would do that too. He's kind of a prick.
Yeah. Whatever. That's why they're not here.
Hopefully he watches that one.
It's our show.
Yeah. All right. I think that's going to do it.
Yeah. We got UNH game to watch.
Got a UNH game to watch. Time to get serious.
Some real college football, huh?
Yeah. Called Decided on the Field. Actually, I think we should cancel the game because many people have voted that UNH is a better team than Delaware. So there's no need to play the game. No need to play. 51% of 9 million people vote. And to me, that's a landslide.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll see you when UNH is in the semifinals.
Rob's going to be a happy man.
We still got to win 2 more games after this if we want that national title.
I'm excited I get to watch a UNH game with you. I don't think I've known you for 2 years.
You're gonna laugh at them.
Oh, I'm going to be texting Joe the entire time. It's not even a question.
Joe's going to be watching the game. You know it. Everyone's going to be watching the game. It's on ESPN too. There's nothing else to watch tonight.
That's true.
Nothing else.
People could,
aside from probably a bad NBA game. We'll see.
Yeah, probably.
All right. Either way, we're out.